I doubt that my mom and my aunt use my recipes, but they definitely look at them and feel really proud. And they're like, oh, you do such a good job. And I'm like, you literally told me this over WhatsApp. Like this, you sent me this in a WhatsApp voice note. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. Hi, I'm Zainab. I'm a writer and a recipe developer, and today I'm going to show you how to make Mattar Paneer. Mattar Paneer is a spiced peas and cottage cheese dish. Paneer in particular is this fresh acid-set cottage cheese. You can make it at home if you like, or you can use store-bought, which is just as good. There's a great paneer recipe at NY Times actually by Tejal Rao. Definitely check that out. You just need one skillet, a few ingredients, and the trick here is cashew butter. Traditionally, the recipe calls for putting cooked onions, tomatoes, and cashews, pureeing them together to make the base for the dish. But when I moved to America, I discovered cashew butter. I tried it, and then I realized that I could make it by eliminating that step altogether and just adding cashew butter to the base of the dish, which is onions and tomatoes and spices. It's like an extremely useful shortcut, and it just means I get to eat it more often. So I'm just gonna cut the paneer into 1-inch cubes. If you're using tofu, this would be the time to do the same with the tofu. Tofu works just as well in this recipe because paneer is a super mild flavored cottage cheese, and so it kind of takes up the flavor of whatever it is you're cooking it in. They don't have to be perfect, but more or less the same size because you want them to cook around the same time. Now we have cut up our paneer. So you're going to start by putting it in the frying pan. We're doing this so that we can saute our paneer cubes, or if you're using tofu, the tofu cubes. So it's been about 30 seconds on medium. And as you can see, the ghee has melted. Put the cubes in and sear them on low, carefully. Now we're cooking. It's browning here a little bit, so you want to get that kind of color on all sides. Kind of looking for this color. Golden. At least 2 or 3 sides. You don't have to go through all the sides if you don't feel like it. It's a lot of sides. If you just put it all on one end, it'll go quicker. Our cubes are done. Put them on a paper towel and a plate. Now that our paneer cubes are fried, that was the hardest and longest part of the recipe. The rest of it comes together fairly quickly. Add onions to the same frying pan. And ginger garlic. This is paste, but you can grate your own fresh garlic and grate your own fresh ginger. We're going to saute the onions for about 5 minutes or until they get soft and translucent. I like using the paste more than the fresh ginger and garlic. It has the same effect and it's super convenient, especially because most of my recipes, if not all of my recipes, call for ginger or garlic paste. And that's just generally a staple in South Asian cooking. So I have it in giant jars in my fridge and I put it in everything. I'm going to put the chili powder, the cumin, and the turmeric. It's the trifecta of elite flavors. I'm using whole cumin seeds because I like the texture of it in this dish, especially because it's such a creamy dish. If you get a cumin seed in your mouth, it's a burst of flavor. Stir them into the oil to activate them so they're a little aromatic and release their flavors. I'm going to add the tomato. The salt will help break down the tomatoes faster. The water will just help the sauciness. I'm going to simmer this for 5 to 7 minutes until it thickens a bit. I love things that just come together in one pot or one frying pan. You can see the tomatoes are almost dissolved. They're slowly dissolving into the liquid, breaking down. So this is kind of the thickness that I want it to be at when I'm adding the cashew butter, because the cashew butter is going to make it even thicker. We're going to add this delicious cashew butter and slowly stir it in. I'm going to lower the heat while I do this. I want it to be a little luxurious, so like a creamy, if you drag your spatula, it makes like a street, if you want to call it that, but it makes a space. Like the parting of the seas, and they take a little second to come back. So that's a good sign. Put this back gently. Put the peas in for the first time. And it's pretty much ready. It's super simple, it's super easy. The sweetness of the peas is also a great complement to the very spicy base and the more milder sort of paneer. I'm gonna top it with garam masala. And I like to add a swirl of heavy cream, because why not? And that's it. It's ready. I think it looks great. It's like super creamy. I know that because I saw the amount of fat and cream that went into it, and I can't wait to eat it. I'll just take a big bite. So I want to get the paneer, and I want to get the rice, and I want to get the peas. It really is a hug in a bowl. Yeah, I make this all the time because you can get the paneer store-bought, and then the peas, mostly I have them frozen. I don't really have fresh peas. And then cashew butter is something that can live in your fridge, and the rest is like dry masalas, a tomato and an onion, and you have an amazing meal in 30 minutes. Please, help yourselves.